Good. Today I'm going to tell you what makes a good basketball coach. We always marvel at the players at the top levels. But most of the time, we don't stop to think about the great coaches behind those players. The coaches that made them phenomenal by first showing them their potential and then supporting them so they can tap into it and realize it. I'm Coach Charlie with Attack Basketball Academy. As Premier Basketball Player Development Coach, I want to make sure you know how to look for a good, supportive coach like the ones we have at Attack Basketball Academy. So in this video today, I'm going to tell you the number one attribute you should look for in a coach. Next, I'm going to tell you the shocking truth about what makes a good coach. Last, I'm going to tell you the huge lie coaches like to make their players believe. And on top of that, I have a bonus that I'll give you, but only if you stick around to the very end. Let's get right into the number one attribute you should look for in a coach. They have a great interest in you developing holistically, whole body. Not just what you can do for them as far as wins and promotions, but the interest takes place for now and then beyond, right? We're talking about not only what you're doing for them now and helping them win and then helping you win, but career exploration. I stand in front of you today because of the many coaches that poured into me that took a great interest in my ability. Not just what I can do for them on the court, but my ability as a person. People help me tap into my potential. So what I'm doing today is learning how to carry on that light and that fire and then that legacy and pass it on to you, right? Because see, great coaches understand that as important as what you're doing on the court is awesome, what you're doing off the court is even greater because we're talking about character development over time. So they take a great interest in what you do off the court as well as what you do on the court. Before I show you the shocking truth about what makes a good coach, I noticed that you're not a subscriber. I develop premier basketball players, and we have a lot of information on this channel. I roll out 20 new high-quality videos every month to help you. So you may want to become a subscriber. Click that subscribe button. Now let me tell you the shocking truth about what makes a good coach. See, a good coach to me, a good coach asks you permission to coach you. Huh? Yeah, they asked you permission to coach you. Okay? And I want to tell you where I got that from. I remember being a little distraught, being upset. And one of my coaches came to me and said, "Hey, Charlie, can I coach you right now?" I look confused. Huh? Yeah. And then he was able to give me some encouraging words. But let me tell you what he actually did. By giving me permission, he empowered me. Almost as if I was in charge. And I was in charge because whatever I was upset about was blocking my present state of just what happened last play, playing present, moving on, right? So he empowered me in that moment to take charge of my game. And all of a sudden, by opening up to him and listening, taking the instructions that I needed, I ended up playing better when I got back in the game. So not only did he calm me down, he empowered me and gave me the choice to be coached by him. See, many coaches assume players want feedback, and what ends up happening is players end up shutting down. Been there before. Instead of a coach verbal vomiting all of a player, right, just going on and on and on, all of a sudden players shut down, coaches simply ask, "Hey, are you open to feedback right now? Are you open to being coached right now? Can you hear what I'm saying?" And I'll be honest with you, when I do this today and my player tells me no, I'll leave him alone. Now, that's not me taking a weak part out or being passive. That's me knowing that this person needs some space right now. And it might come to the sacrifice of the minutes, but that's fine, right? Because when they get used to me doing it, they understand what I'm doing for the greater gain. And it ends up working out for them because they understand how to use the same tactic in other areas of their life as well. Now that you know the two attributes to look for in your next coach, I want you to comment below with "Ask me" to let us know you are ready to find a coach that will listen to you and develop you physically, mentally, and emotionally? Go ahead, ask me in the comments below. Now I'm going to show you the huge lie coaches like to make their players believe. See, coaches love to tell players and make players believe that coaches means critiquing. That is a lie. See, at Attack Basketball Academy, our definition of coaching is correction. See, our coaches have learned, like all good coaches have, that not only have a great interest in you, what you do on and off the court, they've learned how to correct you more than dictate or critique you, right? And a good example of that is a shot was missed at practice. So instead of me saying, hey, you know what, you can shoot that ball better. That's not wrong for me to say as a coach, and the player will take that. But that is wrong for me to say because I'm saying there could have been a better way. Versus a shot was missed, and I can simply ask the player a question. Hey, you think that was a good shot? Right? Was that a good shot? Okay, was there a better shot you could have taken? Okay, how about next time, or we're going to do the same thing, and I want you to take that shot, but I want you to now talk about taking that shot under the situation we just talked about. Boom. Result. Hey, you know what? Do it again. Do it again. Do it 5 more times. Right there, one, there's a felt sense of, again, empowerment from the player. Okay? 2, I removed myself from the situation. That's what we learn at Attack Basketball Academy. It's not about us as coaches. It's us supporting what the player wants and their desires are getting better. So we remove ourselves as a player and we look at things objectively, right? And just like, again, we've learned to correct in that moment. Now all of a sudden that player feels empowered, and now when you come to them and you give them more correction, they're actually open for that correction. They can actually take it. See, we don't like to use comparisons. Instead, we use empathy, right? It's all about understanding that at one point in time, I used to be just like that player, right? No one just gets to a place in space where you're able to do these videos like this and talk about these concepts. No, there was a work in progress, and the work in progress has been over 30 plus years. So when I'm teaching a 9-year-old to a 20-year-old, I don't expect them to know what I know. I don't expect them to correct themselves the way I correct myself. I don't. That's why I take a great interest in what they do on the court and off the court, and that's what our coaches do the same. See, we don't continue to linger on and on when correcting. We get right to the point. We like to say we coach in pockets, take seconds to correct, right, with short, easy to remember sayings, right, that helps the player stay present, understand that their next play can be their best play. What ends up happening is players feel, again, that they have more freedom to play, and that what we're helping them understand, I'm really after helping you grow your margin for error. Because the more margin for error you feel you have, the more freedom you play with, the more confidence you're going to show. Bottom line. Let's keep the momentum going about that bonus I mentioned earlier. We've covered a lot in this video. I want to make sure I'm really helping you out. So I'd like to offer you a free guide that covers all the must-know basketball principles and in what situation to apply them. This is a powerful guide of best practice tips and skills empowering you to take charge of your game. Just click the link in the description below, and you can download the guide I put together as my gift to you. Enjoy it and keep attacking.